Hello, good evening. Hundreds have gathered at a public meeting in Rhos this evening after proposals to house up to 70 asylum seekers there. A former sheltered housing site in the village near Wrexham has been earmarked as a potential option. Our reporter Joanne Gallagher is there this evening. And Joanne, we've seen proposals like this divide opinion in several Welsh communities now, and it seems Rhos is just the latest.
Yes, opinion seems to be growing here in Rhos, Katie. This evening we saw at least 500 people queuing to try and get into this social club in the village to get their questions answered. There have been lots of rumours flying around. People really don't know what the plans are here for the former care home in the centre of the village. People snaked around the village here trying to get a seat. They braved the cold. They started queuing at 4. It was due to start at 4:30. It's just finished now. People are starting to leave, but it was so busy they had to take the meeting outside because they just couldn't possibly house everyone inside this social club. I've spent the day here in Rhos, and this is what people have been telling me.
Nobody has lived here for more than 20 years. This former sheltered accommodation for the elderly closed its doors and remains dormant, but it could be used to house around 70 asylum seekers. Over the road from it is one of Wales's oldest abattoirs, and its owner is against the plan.
I have to raise serious concerns about the asylum seekers coming into my village. It's very serious, and my concerns are who is going to be in charge of these people, who's going to vet these people, and what safeguards are going to be put in place.
Now, the idea to use this building has come from Clear Springs. They're a private company that have a contract from the UK government to find places to house asylum seekers. I've asked them to comment and they've refused. I've been to the Home Office and they've told me they want to use buildings like this one to stop asylum seekers being put up in hotels. And they also want them to be housed in other areas of the UK.
At the moment, nothing is known in this community. We can't say which countries people are leaving or who would live here. But in general, Wrexham has welcomed asylum seekers and refugees, offering a safe haven to people like Max, who fled Afghanistan in 2002.
Most of the people who come as asylum in this country, they escape from the war. They are well-educated people, they're nice, they're kind, they're friendly. Sometimes we're wearing different clothes. It doesn't make us to be a different human being. We're all the same. Nobody's better than anybody. Like Shakespeare said, if you cut me, I'm bleeding too. It's mean we're all the same.
Just 4 miles away in Rhos, the people I've spoken to are sympathetic, but they have worries about how their village will cope with more residents.
The best place, in a personal opinion, would be in the city itself of Wrexham. We've got more facilities in the area. It's more, exactly how there's more for them to do.
So you wouldn't be against welcoming asylum seekers to North Wales, you just wouldn't want them here in Rhos?
I think you're correct in saying that. It's just that, again, like I say, it's just the size of the village.
Wrexham Council has officially opposed the plan, but there's a long road ahead.
Now, this meeting has been called by Wrexham councillors, and I'm joined now by one of them, Councillor Dave Bithell. Thank you for joining us this evening. What have people been telling you in here today?
Well, quite frankly, they've said no. They don't want an asylum dispersal up in Rhos.
And why is that?
I think it's a very emotive subject. Obviously, it's a very tight-knit community, and I think it's come across really, really loud and clear tonight that with the volume of people that we've had, the strength of feeling has been really, really strong, and they say no, they don't want it as an asylum dispersal. I have to say, though, the comments that we've had back from local people, they do want to use the facility, but for something else.
Now, there's been a heavy police presence here today. People have been snaking around the corner. Such is the strength of feeling amongst many in the community, not all, but amongst many. What can you do to stop it? You've objected to it as a council.
So as a council, we formally objected. So there'll be a formal objective going into Clear Springs, who work on behalf of the Home Office. I would urge local people to write to our local councillors and to write to their MPs and MSs. To be fair, the MSs and MPs have been here today. I think they're on our side. I think we're all, to be fair, I think all politicians are on our side and we all say no.
But if we don't house asylum seekers in Rhos, in Wrexham, in North Wales, where do we house them?
Well, that's the difficult conundrum, I think, for the UK governments. I think what I'm particularly disappointed in local councillors is the way this consultation has been carried out by UK governments, because they only give Wrexham Council 5 days to formulate a response, which is totally inadequate.
And you have welcomed refugees before.
Absolutely, you know, we've got a real good working relationship with Welsh governments on the humanitarian, the likes of the Syrian refugees and the Ukrainian. We've welcomed them, but we've done that in a proper manner. We've housed them in sensitive locations and they've been welcomed into the local communities.
Well, thank you for joining us this evening. There's still a lot of work to be done. It's early days here. This is only a proposal. Wrexham Council formally objecting to the plan. They do not want to use this centre to house asylum seekers. The vast majority of people here don't, but I was stopped outside the meeting by one family from the village who said to me that they would welcome people.